Yo, what's up? It's your boy Mutt-Man. I'm just working on a little commission work here. This is working on Macho Man Randy Savage. This commission is for our first $1,000 backer. This is back when we had just crossed our first 1,000, and from the beginning we had said that we're going to choose a winner every 1,000 that we do a commission for, and this is for that first one. This backer he could choose anything he wanted, and he chose Macho Man Randy Savage, so that's what we're working on here. But this is really fun, a lot of fun to do. It's really cool to see what people want. We crossed the 2,000 mark not too long ago, and so we offered that backer the same opportunity that was chosen, and they chose a much different, much different type character. So it's interesting to see what people will actually do. But yeah, I'm just filling in some ink here for a little bit, and then I got to jump on some other stuff. But I've been working on this, and it's getting close to being completed. So yeah, pretty fun. Number 3. Let me get a little bit fatter. I bet I can find a number 5 right there somewhere without wrecking everything. There's a number 5. Growing up, I loved wrestling. When I was a kid, I used to watch the Saturday morning cartoons with the WWF at the time, Superstars, and I loved all of those guys. Uh, I loved Hulk Hogan. I loved Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I loved Macho Man Randy Savage. I loved Rowdy Roddy Piper. I loved Andre the Giant. And as I got older, I kind of started to look more toward the Southern style wrestling, like NWA at the time, and I would watch the NWA on Saturday afternoon. And I really started to like the Road Warriors and Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. Actually, he might have been WWF. I can't remember, but lots of those guys. Hey, Cross, what's up, buddy? I'm just working on a little Macho Man action here. What do you think? Oh yeah, Macho Madness. What's up, Sep? Hope you're having a great day. Getting close to Christmas here, buddy. Hopefully you're ready. Hopefully you guys have been good. Cross, I gotta say, something I did not expect to find and something I did not expect to enjoy was your video on Canadian candy bars. But somehow or another, I sat there and watched you eat a candy bar and talk about it, and I found it enjoyable. So it's pretty good that you're able to put out content like that. And I was talking to Macho, and he said that you had other content like that on your stream that I need to check out, like the drinks, Canadian sodas and stuff like that. I'll try to tune into more of those. But yeah, I was just saying, like, I just remember these guys, all these old wrestling guys, and man, it was just so much fun. These were our gladiators, our superheroes. They just, you know, for me growing up, these guys were a lot of fun. You know, Ric Flair is my favorite. I think he's the greatest on the mic of all time. I love. I was a WCW guy. I like the WCW. Monday Nitro. I like to watch Monday Nitro. Me and all my buddies would get together and we'd watch Monday Nitro religiously. And when the Four Horsemen would come up and Flair would come out, we would all jump up and start screaming and making a big old ruckus because of that. It was fun. A lot of fun. The NWO was really fun. Always liked them. Dave says the Tower of Power too sweet to be sour. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. That's great stuff. I remember when Macho got together with Hogan, and they were called what were they called? World Powers or something like that. The Superpowers, something like that. But it was a huge deal that they got together as like a tag team. Macho Dano has been telling me some of the stuff about the real Randy Savage and his real life and how crazy it was. And the guy literally was he was crazy. Let's see. Is this coming through okay, guys? Is it showing up? Is it blurry? How's it look? Can you see it in a pretty crisp fashion, or still got a little ways to go on this? A lot of detail left. Of course, the first 1,000 winner picked. Okay, cool. First 1,000 winner picked a real life person. So you have to kind of try to get the likeness just right, which isn't easy, but it definitely makes it more satisfying if it comes out looking pretty close like the real deal. So I had to work from a lot of references, but I think I captured Macho Man pretty good. And those big old arms of his. Leaping Lanny Popov was Macho Man's real brother. I don't remember Leaping Lanny. I'll have to check that out, Seth, because I don't remember that guy. Was he like a high flyer off the ropes or something? It's crazy. That's a cool name, though. Leaping Lanny. I knew he had family in the game, though. Like he had, his father was involved and then his brother. I knew that. I remember when Hogan came out and went heel for the first time ever, and he came out as Hollywood Hogan. Oh, the Genius. I remember the Genius. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, those are like the 24-inch pythons. But that guy, when I get a little bit more detail in there, they won't look quite so fat. But that guy had monster arms. And those elbows really were atomic. You know what I mean? Macho and me chose the name Atomic Elbow for our comics company. We don't have that like licensed out, or it's not an LLC or anything like that, but we just really like the name, so we just slapped it on there. And I think that if we keep on making comics for a long time, we probably would have that. Mega Powers, that's right, Mega Powers. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Now, yeah, so it's definitely one of the coolest finishing moves of all time, the Atomic Elbow. My son thinks it's the coolest finishing move of all time for sure. He always talks about the Atomic Elbow. He's he's wearing this shirt in the reference I was looking at that was like tiger stripes. So I wanted to pick those up just because it even though it's black and white, it shows the flashiness of his outfits. So I wanted to put the tiger stripes in there. I think that's going to turn out pretty cool, hopefully. Um, I found out that Macho Man's outfit designer was the same guy that designed for Jimi Hendrix and Fleetwood Mac. So like, there's a ton of like rock and roll influence, and he also did Hulk Hogan's. The same guy did Hulk Hogan's. So there was a big rock and roll influence in the design of those things. They're very flamboyant, but at the same time, very rock and roll. You know, not real feminine, even though there was some flamboyance there. It's really cool stuff you find out on the internet. Yeah, his robes were awesome. Ric Flair, yeah, you're right. Ric Flair, greatest robe collection of all time. And I don't know if you've seen recently Charlotte Flair's robes. Some of those are really cool too. But that whole thing of coming out to the with the robe on, that's just cool. I wish I could enter every room like that with some theme music and a massive robe. All right. All right, I'm going to outline this for a little bit. Um, I've been trying to get ready for Christmas, and man, it's like this year is the biggest year. My kids are at that age where it's huge. Christmas is huge, and they are all old enough to want major things and expensive things. So Papa Mutt has been hustling, buddy. Got to make that green this year. So I've been working hard on the job, and oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to read these chats too, guys. Sorry about that. Dave says, "Oh, hey, Abe Sapien, how you doing, buddy? Thank you." Let's see. Dave says, "For $200, you can get Ric Flair to call you on Christmas Day." Tell me about that. How does that happen? Oh, I want to see that Jake the Snake on Rogan. That does look like a crazy cool um, um, interview. Joe Rogan's interviews are already awesome, but then I saw Jake the Snake was on there. I definitely want to see that one. Cross, I think the last day is going to be about, I think, like 17 days from now, maybe 16 days from now. I don't have it in front of me, but it's coming up. It's like January 3rd or 4th, something like that. Oh, but I watched that. was it or beyond the mat or something like that? That old like 2005 documentary that had Jake the Snake. And oh my gosh, how sad it was, because Jake the Snake was definitely one of my favorite wrestlers. Uh, back in the day. I mean, just first of all, great on the mic. He was a great heel. Had a really great voice, and his his gimmick was so scary in real life. Like, a lot of those wrestlers would not get in the ring with him because of that snake for real. Because people are genuinely terrified of snakes. And so it's like one of the best gimmicks ever to DDT somebody and then put a snake on their unconscious body. It makes the crowd go crazy. So yeah, Jake the Snake is just insane, and his life is just absolutely insane. One of the most interesting people in wrestling. So I am going to check out that Joe Rogan pretty soon. I'll say that. I've got so many things going on, including a massive comic book project. The one good thing about inking, though, is it does give you time to listen to something while you're working. Yeah, Abe, that one, and there's several of those. Like beyond the, I think Beyond the Mat was the one of the main ones. But there's a couple of those, and the other one that I have not seen that I really want to see is that 30 for 30 on Ric Flair. I've heard that is epic, and I actually read the Ric Flair biography, and it is insane. That guy's life is absolutely insane. And he was a big time talker, but man, he really did a lot of the things he said he did on the mic. Like, he lived the life of a jet flying, limousine riding cowboy. And it's really amazing to go and read on all those things that he actually did. I got to get this hair right before I'm done. I'm going to have to really concentrate on the hair, so I'm not going to live stream that. I'm going to have to reference that and get it right. But yeah, man, I mean, Macho Man coming off the top rope with that big elbow, that atomic elbow, devastating. Absolutely devastating. Oops, sorry about that. Hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and talking. Very nice of you. You never know, like when you open up your live stream, you never know if anybody's actually going to jump on. So it's always nice when people jump on to chat with you. In this reference photo I was using, he's as veiny as anybody I've ever seen. An insane amount of veins on this guy. Like, he just uh, did 3,000 push-ups. So I want to try to capture some of those veins too, because it just makes it look so epic. Oh, Jimmy Snuka, yeah, Cross. Jimmy Snuka was one of my favorites and one of the craziest in the game too. Because for a guy his size to do that frog, I think it was a frog splash that he would do off the top ropes. and he was a big guy. So it was thunderous the way that he would do that. So I think that ended his career prematurely just because of the amount of. And then he got in trouble. I think he had some serious trouble, maybe like murder or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened with Jimmy Snuka, but he was not afraid of any. He was not afraid of doing damage to his own self for the glory and fame of professional wrestling. My other favorite was I like the talkers, and one of my favorite talkers was the American Dream doth the robes, son of a plumber. One of my favorites, man. That guy could really do the mic, and he was so big and so athletic, like fat but athletic, and it was so much fun to watch him. And he did the elbow, the big elbow to the face, which was great. All right, y'all. Do you think I should? Do you think I should do kind of leave? You think I should put the ooh yeah in the background? Should I ink that in, or should I just kind of leave it with the Macho Madness at the bottom and no ooh yeah? Which do you think? Add the ooh yeah or don't add the ooh yeah? It'll be kind of like, drawing out the letters, kind of like I do here. Yeah, so put it in there then. Sep, that is not true. Surely that is not true. I'm going to look that up to see if it's true. Cool. Okay. Seems like you guys say go ahead and add in the ooh yeah, so I'm going to do that. I kind of liked it. It kind of rounds it out. It would almost make a great T-shirt. So maybe if anybody could help with licensing, we could get that. Okay. Cool. Cool. I think all of you feel the same. That's cool. I'll definitely add it in. All right. Well, Mrs. Mutt-Man's got the dinner rolling upstairs. I'm starting to smell it, so I'm going to jump off here and go help with dinner and get my belly fed and get back to work. Thanks for stopping by for a few minutes, guys. I really appreciate it. Hero Blood of Patriots is on Indiegogo, so check that out. We need backers, so please spread the word far and wide. Beyond that, I just want to say Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are enjoying the season. Please do something nice for somebody in need during this time of year and make you feel real good. All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Peace and blessings.